What a beautiful day here in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. Hey, it's Morning Coffee with Cliff, everybody. Glad you're here. If you're just stumbling across my content in the shorts feed, hey, I'm glad you're here. It's all about a community of progress. And hey, let me know where you are in the world. Jump on the chat. If I can see it in the sunshine that we have breaking through this morning here in the beautiful St. Lawrence River in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. I like going live in the vertical format of YouTube because I know that it shows up in the shorts feed and YouTube pushes shorts, and that gets me into contact with people who aren't already subscribed. Maybe you're interested, maybe you won't be, but that's okay because I find a lot of people who know inside their heart, dwelling within them is that desire, that need, and they have the same feeling that I do, that they're meant for more, right? They have more in their future. They have a vision of their future self that's very compelling, ambitions and goals that are big, gigantic, out of control, crazy. And those are the kind of things that I like to talk about. And if you do, if that resonates with you any way, shape, or form, then you are in the right place. You're with me right here on my own island, and you can be sure of a couple different things. One of them is, this is no AI background. This is not a green or blue screen. This is the real McCoy. This is the real deal. And I always come with you on these morning coffee sessions, totally raw and real. There is no teleprompter. There are no notes. There is no script that I'm reading from. So the mistakes stay in. Sometimes I stumble. Sometimes I fumble. But in this day and age, hey, if you can find something that's damn raw, real, authentic, it's awesome. And sometimes in this day and age, it's hard to find. It's hard to believe even what you're seeing nowadays, especially online. If you're looking at video, hey, who knows, with the ability that AI has to manipulate images and voices, sometimes it's just hard to find out something that's real. And so, hey, I'm real, live, an actual person, not AI. I stumble, fumble, the mistakes stay in, but I come at you with my overall life mission. Have a positive impact on other people. It's served me well over the past 40 years. And if you have been doing it yourself, you know how much it can lead to a great life, a fulfilling life, a life of service to others. Even if it's not an official job, an official title, you can be of service to others on your own. You're your own CEO. You're your own captain of your ship. Regardless of your outside circumstances, you know you're going towards a big, ambitious future. So glad you're here. You're getting me excited just talking about this stuff. And listen, be careful, as always, who you share your big dreams and ambitions with. You do not want to share your big dreams and ambitions with small-minded people. They're going to poo-poo it. They're going to shit on it. You don't want that. It could discourage you. You have to protect your thoughts. You're in total control of your thoughts and the meaning you give to things, but other people, sometimes even out of love and caring, will try to dampen down your ambitions and your goals to say, hey, who do you think you are that you can do those things? Hey, I'm glad you're here, everybody. If you're just finding my channel, you're in the right place. It's all about personal growth to me, taking control of our own personal power, self-improvement, how we can become better. You want to change the world? It's easy. Start with yourself. If you start changing yourself, you're going to have a big impact on those around you. And you can gradually, slowly, or in big steps, enlarge your circle of influence. Start reaching out to other people, expanding and expressing further out. You can't believe the infinite potential that you have for your creative imagination and what you can accomplish. And why not always be striving to become more? Not necessarily to get more, but to become more. Isn't that the secret to having a fulfilling, satisfying life? That really is the secret to happiness, is making progress. That gives us happiness as a side effect. Hey, glad you're here. I got a bunch of high achievers, peak performers. I know you are. And if you are, subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this baby, one quality person at a time. And the next quality person I want it to be is you. And so even the haters are helping my channel. Thank you. Glad you're here. You had the guts to come on. Simple. God's will over my will. That's right. God's way over my way. God bless you, and I do agree. I'm a Christian myself, a believer. And listen, don't have faith in any man, right? Hey, trust in God and his mighty power Such a great message. I'm glad you were sharing that with me this morning. As a matter of fact, that's part of my morning routine. Hey, if you can win your mornings, you can win the day. And that's what you want to give God your first fruits. The first fruits, your day is your first fruits. And so I spend time in the Word every morning. It becomes a habit. If you start doing it every morning, getting alone with God. And if you're not a believer, get alone with yourself and your own thoughts. And you're going to be surprised that God's word is going to come in. Hey, thank you, everybody. Glad you're saying that. Hey, swag in your mouth. So glad you're here. You're awesome. Oh, man, thank you very much, man. It's good. I like positive comments. I like encouraging words. I know that it means a lot to me. It's not that I need it. I don't need validation. But hey, why wouldn't I value an encouraging word, a positive comment? In this day and age where cyber bullies hide behind their keyboards and they want to throw shit out in trash, why not enjoy a positive comment? I enjoy it. And because of that, I am inspired to give it to other people. My pastor said years ago that I had the gift of encouragement. I don't know, but I do try to live up to what he said, because I know that our inner voice says, when we go to compliment somebody that we don't know, we think to ourselves, well, that will be awkward and they don't care. No, it's not awkward, and people do care. Find something legitimate to compliment somebody about, or encourage somebody, right? There's a guy online, he calls it level 1, 2, 3, and 4, and to get people to get out in the world and interact with others. So he says, level 1, hey, good morning, how's your day? Level 2, hey, I like that shirt you're wearing. Level 3, hey, I like that shirt you're wearing. Isn't it great to be alive? In other words, keep increasing how you interact with other people. But really the most important thing is to open your heart and mind to allow others the opportunity to connect with you. And if they choose not to, we never know what they're going through. Somebody else might be going through a tragedy, something not so well in their life. We don't know what they're going through, and so we have to respect that. And so we go out there spreading joy and good tidings throughout the world, not contingent on somebody else's response. It doesn't matter if someone gives us a scowl or a negative response, because you know what? We don't know what they're going through, and maybe they don't want to engage with anybody at that time. They're not in the mood. They're out there to do their shopping, and they don't want to hear your great morning, and we don't know what they're going through. And so that's always good to keep in mind. I'm talking to myself, not just you, but there are other people. They're going to be welcoming. They're going to like the fact. You know what? Just go out and be your best self, not somebody else's best self, your best self. And only you know who that is. And if you don't, find out who you truly are and be that 100%. And guess what's going to happen? Because you're going to be decisive in who you are, some people are going to be attracted to that, and some people are going to hate it. I don't care if you're the most positive person in the world, you're pouring out love, your cup runneth over. Some people are going to reject that. They're not going to be on that frequency. They're going to be on a negative, toxic frequency, and they're going to repel you, and you're going to be repelled by them. And so that's all right. You're going to notice that. You're going to notice that. You're going to notice that you're on the right track. You're over the target of how you should be living. When you get a few haters in there, people are repelled by you. Hey, you're doing the right thing for the right reason in the right way. There's no doubt. I'm glad you're here, everybody. And yeah, sometimes I rattle on about a bunch of shit, but you know what? It's from the heart. I have no notes. I have no teleprompter. I don't read from a script when I do these mornings. Listen, I got a couple friends that are visiting here from California. Can you imagine? We were friends 42 years ago when we met at the LA County Sheriff's Department, and they are visiting me here on the island. You know what their attitude is? Cliff, thanks for having us here. This place is so peaceful. It's so spiritual. It's so kind of you to have us here. What, are you kidding me? I appreciate the fact that they went to great expense to get here, to fly here, and to sacrifice their time to be with me here. But yet they're of an attitude of gratitude. They're thankful. Cliff, thanks for letting us come to the island and spend this time with you. They paid for my dinner last night. I didn't expect them or want them to do it, but they insisted upon it. And but I learned a long time ago from Tony Robbins, I learned never rob somebody else of the gift of giving. Sometimes we get such pleasure out of giving, picking up the check because we can, and giving other people joy. then when other people try to do it, we say, no, 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 I've got it. Sometimes we have to remember, wait a minute, I get a joy out of doing it. Why would I rob this person out of the joy of giving? Sometimes we have to let other people pick up the check. We have to let other people do things for us. Even though we get the joy out of giving and serving others, sometimes the best gift we can give them is to let them serve us. Isn't that a great way to live? Hey, thanks everybody. A lot of positive comments this morning. I really do appreciate them. I do have an attitude of gratitude. I just find that's the best way to live. Hey, you're new to Christianity. It doesn't matter if you're day one. You're saved, my friend. And what a great way to live. And it's a never-ending process to learn, to grow, to become more, get into Scripture, the Word of God, inspired Word of God. I know written by humans, but it's a love letter to us. Hey, it is so great here in the Thousand Island region, New York. I'm in the Thousand Islands. Now, let's talk about the area. Right over my shoulder here, right there. That is Singer Castle. I'm blessed to look at that every morning. That castle was built in 1905 by Frederick Bourne. He was on the board of Singer Sewing Machine, and now it's called Singer Castle. And that's why, because he was on the board of Singer Sewing Machine back when he had the castle built in 1905, and now it's owned by a corporation, so you can actually go on tours through the castle. As a matter of fact, if you go online and you look up Singer Castle, Thousand Islands, you're going to see pictures, images about Singer Castle right there. And you're going to say, wow, I was actually looking at that castle in a live feed from that crazy Cliff Yates. But you know what I did? I liked his content on the live feed, so I subscribed to his channel and I went and checked out some of his other long form videos. I like what he's talking about. I like the power of the subconscious mind, how we can take control of our thoughts, our emotions, and it's going to have a big effect on what we attract to us, not only in circumstances, but other people. All right, everybody, I'm so glad you're here. Morning Coffee with Cliff. I almost didn't do this morning. I almost didn't. Sometimes the regret is not regret. Sometimes we think, wow, I would have regretted, or I would have never had the gift of connecting with you folks had I not just turned on the damn camera and went live. Why not? Never been a better time to be alive. And I do that from a perspective. I used to film. I started this 56 years ago. I had a slimer, a negative person, commenter. They were sliming me about a week ago saying, look at these old guys. They like to turn on their camera now. I was doing this when I was 16 years old, picking up my dad's Super 8 video camera, making small movies. And then I would get the film developed and I would show it to my mom, dad, and neighbors. But now, we can turn on a camera. Can you imagine a live feed in real time all around the world for a cost of zero? Can you imagine if you have a product or service, you don't have to buy TV ads anymore, radio time that costs big money. You can turn on your camera, talk about what you do, what you create, what you sell for free, connect with millions and millions of people, possibly. My channel still remains tiny, but I persist. I'm going to keep creating what I believe is good content, trying to be better every day in every way than I was yesterday. So I'm here in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York, everybody. It is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful island that I'm on that was bought by my grandmother in the 1940s. And it's only seasonal. You can only be here maybe 5 months out of the year, which is okay. You know what? When you're on a private island after about 5 months, you're ready to get back to the mainland living full time. I get off the island probably 3 times a week. And this week I'm getting off 5 times. My buddies are here for 5 days and they like to go to dinner every night. They like to go out to dinner. And so I'm going to be going out to dinner with them every night. So for 5 nights, I'll be going out to dinner, which is okay. I enjoy getting off the island and going out to dinner. But you know how it is nowadays. From what you spend on dinner, you could buy a week's worth of groceries. So, hey, cheers. Morning Coffee with Cliff, everybody. You are in the right place. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. That helps my channel. It helps it grow. So, hey, I would appreciate it. No money, nothing else. Don't buy nothing. Hit the subscribe button. Hey, it's a community of progress. That's what I'm about. You're not gonna get too much negativity. You're not gonna get too much about politics and about problems. You know what? I read the other day, it was from Bob Proctor. Somebody told him in the 60s, you are your only problem and you are your solution. Isn't that the truth? We're creators, good and bad. Let's take control of where we're going, baby. All right, love you. Oh, I got some of my regular, wonderful people that we're collaborating with. We are partners, everybody. Hello. Glad you're here. All right, Peckerhead 13, you're the best in the world. Kiki 8952, how are you? Hi. Hi to everybody that takes the time to say hi this morning. And it's all about becoming more, getting better every day in every way than we were yesterday. Not everybody's into that. They're floaters. They float along. A lot of people are addicted. They're habituated to mediocrity. That's where they like to live. It's comfortable. But some of us who are high achievers, or who want to be peak performers, who want to get better, become more, just because we're strivers, not just survivors. We want to get after it. I find great pleasure in it. And as I get older, believe it or not, even though my energy, my enthusiasm, my ambitions are of a 29-year-old, I look in the mirror and I realize, oh, I am 69. Gonna be 69 in 2 days, everybody. 69 years young, physically fit, although I got an injury right now in the elbow. And you know what? I am going to work out today regardless of that pain and injury. I took a couple days off, but you know what? It's not in my character to take days off, but there's workarounds, right? We can work around an injury. Stay active, be moving a lot. It's a secret to longevity. I know tomorrow's not promised. I know you can do everything right, health-wise, nutrition-wise, and still die tomorrow. I know, but go with the percentages. Go with what I'm telling you. If your way is not working, try my way. Move a lot throughout the day. Eat nutrient-dense foods. Eat delicious foods. You can eat, right? Last night I had scallops. I mean, that's pretty much pure protein, scallops. And I had these string beans in butter. Unbelievable. And nice salad and a glass of wine. Listen, high in protein, healthy fats, way to live. Try to keep yourself, as you get older, you want to keep yourself insulin sensitive and not insulin resistant. The big pharma, the doctors and medical people of today, they'd like to get you into a diabetic condition, and they like to keep you alive just enough so that you can, you know, they can be prescribing drugs and medication to you. Now you want to take what I take? Zero. Hello, baby. I'm glad you're here, damn it. High five back to you. Ah, wow. Hey, you're a good person for taking the time out to give me an encouraging word. Keep in touch. I will keep in touch with you. Direct message me, leave a comment. Check out the rest of the channel. You can email me at cliff@cliffyates.com. I'm an open book, baby, even though I was a cop for 35 years and a stand-up comedian. Listen, if somebody wants to get to you, they want to murder you, they're going to get there. They can discover you in this day and age. So everybody's worried about people hearing and discovering. I don't give out my email. I don't get it. You can find me. If you want to come kill me, have at it. If you have that much ambition, motivation, God bless you. But be careful. I'm well armed here on the island. All right, everybody, a little bit of humor this morning. I'm glad everybody's connecting with me this morning. I'll tell you what, I can tell right now, I got a lot of great new subscribers. And hey, we're going to collaborate. When two or more are gathered in his name, you can't imagine what can be accomplished. It's unbelievable. It's infinite. There is no limits. I'm 69, my friend, 69. But can you believe it? I don't look it, do I? Maybe in the face a little bit. But listen, fitness-wise, negative. That's the sore elbow, but I can still flex a little bit. Yeah, 69. Yep, 6'2", and still getting after it. And certified primal health coach. Been working out with weight training for over 60 years. And no, 55 years. I didn't start weight training until I was about 14 or 15. I was so skinny and didn't like it. Kind of self-conscious about my skinniness, made fun of, bullied a little bit. Thank God for my bullies. It got me entrenched in how can I get bigger? How can I learn about powerlifting, bodybuilding? How can I make my muscles bigger? How can I gain weight? And you know what? Turned out it served me well the rest of my life. Sometimes the waves of negativity can serve a purpose for us in a positive way, right? Through every adversity, there's an equal or greater opportunity if we'll just look for it. So I'm glad to be here on my private island, everybody. This is fresh water. if you're wondering, there are no sharks here. This is the St. Lawrence River. All this water runs out of the Great Lakes, the last lake, Lake Ontario. Can you imagine, if you will, imagine this same water goes over Niagara Falls a couple hundred miles up the way through Lake Ontario and Lake Niagara. Glad you're here. You're in the right place. Go forward in life. Let's see what we can achieve. Ah, yeah. Hey, thank you very much. I'm sure you're looking great too. If I could, I'd give you a hug. All right, how about a virtual high five? Boom. That's right, motion effects emotion. You want to change your state? Isn't it so easy once you learn how to do this? Because you know what? Life happens to all of us. There's ups and downs, natural peaks and valleys. We're going to experience these things, but that's all right. But you know what? At any time we can change our state. We have that power. And how do we do it? Start with these three methods, right? Change your physiology, how you're moving your body. You know, motion effects emotion. And then change what you're focusing on. And then change what you're saying to yourself. And you can change your state just like that. Being in control of your state at any given time is going to be a superpower that you can claim, have, and use for anything that you want to achieve. Just remember, whatever you plant in your subconscious mind is going to grow there. Your subconscious mind does not reject anything. So you can plant something great or you can plant something poison in your life. Doesn't matter. It's like soil. It's going to grow it. So all you got to do is plant good things, good thoughts, good ideas, good habits, and you're going to be so surprised at how your life maybe transfers and transforms into something so amazing. Your friends and family don't even recognize you anymore. Be so good they can't deny the changes you've made. All right, everybody, Morning Coffee with Cliff, you're in the right place. We are unstoppable, you and me together, right? Let's collaborate. Let's fellowship with good ideas, good thoughts, and good actions, and you're going to be surprised at what you and I can create. Join in my channel. I am unapologetically positive about what you and I can accomplish. We can do it. Morning Coffee. Let's do it. I love that word amazing. I love the word spectacular. I love the word fun. I love the word unlimited, right? We limit ourselves in many ways. Now, sometimes that turns out to be reality, but you know what? Let outside circumstances, outside conditions, other people limit you. We are not going to limit ourselves and our thoughts. We live unlimited. We do not limit ourselves. We get rid of limiting beliefs and we say, so many things are possible and we can go forward with a vision, right? Where there is no vision, people perish. You have creative vision in your head. You can create great pictures. You may be associated and connected with negative pictures from a negative memory. And you know what? You can start changing those pictures. There's a swish pattern they talk about. If you keep remembering something that's making you sad, angry, or upset, you can take that vision that keeps popping into your head, you can make it black and white. You can take the voices and make them squeaky like Mickey Mouse. You can start to laugh at it. So and every time that original vision comes in, you can swish that off and replace it, black and white, smaller, smaller, till it becomes the size of a postage stamp. And then in the future, guess how much impact that image is going to have on you? Zero, because you're going to change how you process that image. You're going to change it so many times that your new image is going to be the new image you think about all the time. And that's going to be a powerful way to take control of your thoughts. Thanks for the high five, thumbs up. You guys rock. All right, you rock. We're going to take on the day, everybody. So glad you're here. How come you don't say wonderful? What a wonderful world. Thank you for bringing in this wonderful message. I appreciate it. As a matter of fact, I was listening to Bob Proctor, and he was a guy who was in the movie The Secret. He died a few years ago, but he had an amazing company. Still live in business today. It's called the Proctor Gallagher Institute, and they're all about changing your paradigm. But he was talking about a guy he would coach. Hundreds of thousands of years, this guy would pay him to be coached. And every morning, the guy would play that song, What a Wonderful World. And so you're right, wonderful is a great word. Hey, I love it. Thanks for bringing it up. Thanks for sharing it with me. And as you can tell, I took your lead. You're wonderful. You know what? Somebody used to call me Mr. Wonderful. I didn't fight it. I like it. Maybe I'll put it on a coffee mug. All right, everybody, I'm glad you're here. You're in the right place. And I'm glad you're connecting here on the Shorts feed in YouTube. I'm live, and who knows what's going to happen. Everything stays in, all the mistakes. Sometimes I stumble. Sometimes I fumble my words, but that's okay. It's raw. It's real. No teleprompter, script, or notes. Not this morning. All from the heart to you. So always starting my day with an attitude of gratitude. If you habituate doing that, hey, win your morning. There's a good chance you're going to win the day. All right, almost done with the coffee. Morning coffee with Cliff this morning. So glad I was able to connect with people this morning. And we got a lot of great new subscribers to a community of progress who want to share good thoughts and ideas that we might adopt ourselves, put into practice, see what kind of results we get, and adjust from there. But have a vision of where you want to go. At the same time, audit. Where am I? Where do I want to go? And then you're going to know if you're taking steps in the right direction. Unless you know where you are, it's going to be hard to start going in the direction of where you want to go. You need to know those two access points on the map of your life. Where do I want to go and where am I right now? Because if you don't know those things, you might start off going in the wrong direction. All right, everybody, it's all about love and affection. You know what? You can't give what you don't have. I have it, I give it, and I know I get it back. Love you. I love scallops. I love scallops. I'm telling you, thanks for the question. Well, I found out they're mainly just all protein. And you know what I've been eating for the last 5, 6 years is really not just protein, but healthy fats, cutting down on the carbohydrates. All carbohydrates get converted to glucose, which is the sugar, and it causes a spike in insulin. And our body's trying to get our glucose levels back to normal. And so I try to keep my diet as best I can, high in protein, high in healthy fats. You know, I cut out all the chemically altered oils and I use extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, real butter. And boy, I had scallops last night, which were great. I felt like I could have had 2 helpings of the scallops. But the last time I was at this restaurant, they had bacon wrapped scallops. Hey, that's a healthy fat. It's fat. So protein and fat, good way to eat. Doesn't spike your insulin. Yeah, glass of wine probably had quite a bit of sugar in it. But hey, listen, we want to enjoy our food. Hey, and enjoy our beverages. I don't drink Cokes in any way, shape, or form, but I do imbibe, several times a week in a glass or 2 of wine. And listen, we want to stay healthy, strong. We don't have to get frail and weak as we age. All right? And that's the message that I'm giving to you. We have to get older. That's a blessing, because if we get older, we're alive. But we do not have to get frail and weak. That is not a necessity. So stay training, stay exercising, eating nutrient-dense foods, but enjoy your foods, right? Enjoy a glass of wine if that's your thing. I try to drink dry wine. You know the main ingredients for an American blueberry pie? No, I don't. Sugar. I don't eat pie. Exactly. Boiling frog. Hey, everybody. Yeah, well, I try to stay away from sugar. And sometimes it's not easy to stay away from sugar and or false, fake foods, but you try to do the best you can. Try to do the best you can. And that's all you can do. And so you try to make your best choices when you're shopping. And there's a lot of people out there that are telling you what are the best choices. And so we just need to become more aware. Keep educating yourself on it. The information is there. And yeah, some things are just full of sugar. Sugar really is the enemy. Now, I don't eat desserts anymore. And now I don't even desire them. Like I could never even drink a Coke right now. It would taste like shit. And but do I treat myself to, every night I have at least 1 piece of dark chocolate. I do 85% cacao. Some people don't even like that. They think it's so bitter, but I really love it. Oh, hey, believe it or not, I got to get after it today. I got to get after my workout. Maybe I'll create a Monday motivational video this morning and share that on my channel in long form, horizontal. Glad you're here. All right, everybody. You guys are in the right place. I'm Cliff Yates, retired cop, 35 years, right? Actor, writer, comedian. I got a book out there called Deputy. It's on Amazon. It's available, paperback, Kindle, and audiobooks. Deputy by Cliff Yates. And it really chronicles my life as a deputy sheriff from upstate New York, all the way out to the big city of Los Angeles, and all my experiences as a cop, and some of them as a comedian at the same time. All right, everybody, you are awesome. You rock. Yeah, the infinite potential in you is unbelievable. What you can accomplish is unbelievable. What you will, that could be another story. Hey, take control of your power. If you haven't already, subscribe. You are in